fucking dickhead of a skeleton. I was so overconfident about it. That's what it was. Oh, oops. I forgot to. I got messages and I forgot to check them. I meant to. Usually after I stop a recording, I'll look at my messages and respond to anybody. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I actually took a little longer because I was feeling some Chinese food, and I remember back in the oldie days of New York, Chinese food would actually deliver to your house, not through like Uber or whatever. Hopefully they don't charge you through Uber, because I think Uber is really fucking expensive, dude. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, dude, Uber is seriously fucking out of control with the fees. I'd rather starve to death than fucking give them $13 in fees alone. Like, seriously, it's so fucking bad. I haven't had Chinese food, or either, like, I mean, I think I've been to a Chinese buffet recently, but I haven't been to it, like, actually, no, I haven't been to a Chinese buffet recently. It's actually been a while since I had Chinese food, like, in general. But still, though, like, you know, I think I've said that, like, you know, I'm not trying to spend too much money on consumable items, but Chinese food is, along with Domino's Pizza. In fact, I haven't had Chinese food for longer, way longer than Domino's. I had Domino's, like, I think about like at least I haven't had Domino's handmade pans in at least a year. I think Chinese food is about 2 years. I went to Golden Corral because like usually I go to like Chinese buffets, but the most recent buffet I went to was Golden Corral. So yeah, odds are I have not had Chinese food in a long time, and I remember back in New York, Chinese food place before, I'm not even kidding, before Uber was even a thing. Uber Eats or whatever the fuck. What's it called? Oh, Grubhub and Uber Eats. Before those assholes showed up, I know for a fact Chinese food places actually used to deliver. So I'd much rather just, you know, get Chinese food. I mean, if they're gonna be like, oh, we do it through Uber Eats, I'm gonna be like, no fucking thank you, I'm good. Just cause it's like, well, maybe if they don't, if they take care of the fees or whatever. But I just. Yeah, it's just fucking lame. It's so fucking lame with what... I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I understand the idea, and if you have, like, the money, like, the idea of having any fucking thing, any restaurant brought to your house. But, dude, the fees are actually out of fucking control. Like, I'm not cheap by any means. I'm really not. It's just... If the money serves a purpose, then yeah, I'll do it. But if it's just a fucking delivery fee, it's like I could go get it myself, and it'd be fucking less gas. You know what I mean? Oh, especially with I'm a man that doesn't know much about the world, so you know, correct me if I'm wrong. But especially with inflation, probably those delivery fees are probably through the fucking roof now. Like, I said roof. Through the roof now, like, it's fucking out of the question, man. Like, no fucking way. I refuse to spend so much money on a stupid fucking fee where if I had my own car, I'd be able to go get it for quite actually less money. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be safer if you think about it, because, you know, the less you drive, the less chance of an accident occurring. So, you know, I could see that on the positive side. Or like, well, no, that was a negative outlook, but like the positive side of dealing with the delivery fees, that, well, you know, that 25% chance of getting into an accident is now 0% chance, but still, though, it's so much fucking money for what? Like, Jesus Christ, man, when I ordered that Domino's recently, dude, they just wanted $5. $5 for delivery charge, which I still think is pretty fucking steep, because I don't remember it being that much, even back in New York. But yeah, it's still incredibly tame compared to fucking Uber Eats. And I get it. I get the idea is that, oh, you could order anything from anywhere. This is gonna bother the shit out of me. This is no good. I just, nah, man, I can't do that. I just can't do Uber Eats. It's not my thing. It's not my style. Again, I understand it's fuck you money, but... Or not fuck you money. I didn't mean to sound like jealous or anything. I mean, I'm totally jealous. I mean, that's without a doubt. But it's just more so like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's so much money to be spending on not food. You know what I mean? Like, you get so much food for that kind of money. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I just... Like, think about it. It's like, yeah, if it was a one-time thing, which I planned this Chinese food to have, like, even then, as a one-time thing, I still would not do Uber Eats. Fuck no. Ridiculous. Oh, like, lower your fucking fees. Don't get rid of them. I understand. You need the fees. But, dude, $13... Okay, listen, I could be exaggerating here. Or, like, you know, I haven't seen that price in, like, years. So maybe it's changed. But I remember... me and my buddy wanted to get something. I think we wanted like Burger King or something, and I was gonna pay for it because I wanted to be nice. And I was just like, yeah, no, let's blah blah blah, right? And you know, he orders everything, we order everything, and I see the delivery fee, and I'm like, yo, $13 fucking dollars. This was like, this was almost a decade. No, not a decade ago. This was about, I want to say, over 5 years ago, about over half a decade ago. And I remember looking at the price. It was like $13 for just fees. I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Yo, for that much money, we can get 2 Domino's pizzas handmade for that much money. No, we're not doing this. Yo, let's get Domino's instead. He's like, all right, and then we got Domino's instead. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. I just remember being so fucking flabbergasted at the fact that these fucking assholes were actually charging that much money. Like, just like, oh, Joe's going on a rant about fucking delivery charge on Uber. But like, dude, you gotta understand, man. Like, I know I'm saying the same shit here, but I'm just so impressed with how they got away with those fees. Like, I know you need those fees, but if a pizza place isn't charging those fucking fees of that magnitude, what the fuck makes you think you can? Like, the only way you're making a profit, I guess. Like, jeez, fuck, man, it's just ridiculous. I could give that money to the guy as a fucking tip. He should get the fucking I'd rather give him the $14 fucking dollars. You know, because at least it's being used. Like, what is the fee being used for? Like, what is the delivery charge? Gas? Alright, well, you're telling me that if I fucking order... Like, if I ordered 2 things of fucking Uber Eats, it's equal to a full tank of gas in some cars, man. And a full tank of gas will last you a week. So I don't think it's fucking gas, man. No, I don't think it's gas. Oh, God, yeah, just like, I think I'm onto one. I'm onto one, I swear. Well, I am done chopping trees for the now, but I'm gonna have to at some point. Oh, you know, I could make buck and dough, but buck and dough is blunt, and trolls are pretty badass when it comes to blunt damage. I'll be whacking at that troll for ages, so I don't think it's worth it. And it will probably be less stamina too. It'll fuck up the skeletons in the dungeons though, but I don't know. They do give you that increased run speed, but it's not necessary. I can do this. Yes, wow, I didn't get much wood at all. This is barely gonna fucking fit. Alright, well, might as well get started. I prefer to live by, like, oceans and stuff. Here in Valheim specifically, just so it's easy to get to the boats. But, I also genuinely do like living by the water, if I could. I think it's very nice. I think it's very cool to just have the ocean essentially at your doorstep. I think it's... Oh god, dude, I don't know why I got these hiccups all of a sudden. But they're like those super silent ones that like hurt the crap out of your chest. Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure why I enjoy ocean living, or like living near the beach or something. Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't want to live near the beach. I just, like, if I had like a giant lake in my yard, I would be super fucking happy about that. I just want to live basically close or next to a large body of water. And the reason why I say this is because, I don't know, man, just something about the ocean's very tranquil. It's very blue, or blue-like at least. You know, a lake would be dirty as fuck. It would be brown more than blue, but still, like, it's still a pretty thing to be looking at. So it's just like, you know, that whole thing, it's It's honestly fantastic, and I think it's great. You know, in Ark, I lived. In Ark, I lived like on a tropical coast, and it was a fucking great spot too. And I know exactly where that spot is. It was a great spot, and like the way I set it up was that so that every time I leave and enter my house, I get to see the ocean or like the lake or whatever. It was basically the ocean. It's just like there's just something about the water, man. It's fucking great. Oh, and you know what's funny enough is that when you pause this game, you can still hear the sounds of the ocean going as if you hadn't paused the game. Let's make my entrance a little nice here because it's all bumpy and stumpy over here. Yeah, I know I discussed this in a previous video before, but I have AOE mining as a. I have AOE mining as a mod because I don't like the idea of you making progress. In order to progress in a game, you gotta swing at a rock for an hour. I remember I described it as you gotta chisel around the copper block, and then you gotta hope to God that you got all the nodes, and who knows how many fucking nodes are there, and sometimes you'll miss a node or two. Or like if you go in the swamp dungeon, and you're mining the scrap piles. Sometimes the scrap piles up against the wall have a couple scrap piles that you can't get because it's too far into the wall. So you have to leave the two scrap piles alone. It's a whole fucking thing, and I'm just. It was fun. I mean, keep in mind that I have played this game and beat it. Like it beat the final boss legitimately, without any mods. Like I've beaten this game completely vanilla, without any mods, and it was extremely fucking frustrating, and I had such a bad time because, again, this game was designed with multiple people, so, you know, doing a lot of the things by myself was seriously fucking hard, and, yeah, it was pretty bad. Like, in terms of just, like, constantly fucking dying and, like, having to run back to my stuff and having to run back to the boat and then sail all the way out because I didn't get to set up a portal, you know, that whole thing is just, ah, my God. It was just such a bad time. There was a lot of time wasted just sailing, trying to get back to my body. I have no idea how many boats I had to build and shit. But I have beaten this game completely vanilla. It's like if you're just patient enough, it's not that bad. It's just there was a lot of things that I didn't like about the game, and if I had the choice to change them, I would have. And guess what? I did. Thanks to mod. I mean, I didn't, but there are people who thought the same as me, where they were just like, man, I don't really like how your main means of progression is to just sit and swing at a rock all day. Kind of want to make it less tedious and a little more fun and like less time consuming doing this single action. I'd rather and you know what? When you get to the freaking when you get to the plains, you don't even have to sit there and swing at rocks for hours anymore. You can just you can kill to make progress, or I guess that means the final biome, so at that point you wouldn't really be making any progress. But still, like, it's so much better. Like, they did that. That was a fucking great idea. I have to kill my way to fucking make progress instead of just swinging at a rock for an hour. It's much better this way. Or it's much better that way. But, thanks to AOE mining, I could just mine a single whole copper node and just, like, run to and from and bring it back, and yeah, it's mad nice. It's serious. It's really fucking nice. Okay, speaking of fucking nice. Okay, so now what I gotta do is make sure that the walls are green. I mean, blue, not green. Run along this long ass house. You must be wondering, what does he need all this longhouse for? Listen, I have a system. It's both storage and crafting. I said this multiple times already. You know I said this multiple times already because I fucking repeat myself all the time because it's a terrible habit. Well, repeating yourself may not be a terrible habit because I've explained it. It's basically so that I want to double check that what I'm saying is like accurate and like true. But I'll be honest, I really have no fucking idea why I actually do that. I assume that's why I repeat myself. Because obviously when you repeat yourself, there's got to be like a reason behind it. But yeah, no, I do that. So if I ever get to a point where people watch my old videos or whatever, or if anyone's that's watching this, it's like, dude, come on, man, you said this already. I am sorry. I don't know why I do that. Because like I said, I could talk about one subject all day, and believe it or not, no, it's not because I repeat myself during that subject. It's more just so that, like, I truly could just have no problem constantly talking about, like, a single thing. I don't know where this habit even came from in the first place, to be honest with you. I have no idea where it even stems from. I couldn't even give you an idea where it could possibly stem from. So, yeah, just try to ignore it if you're just like, oh, he said this already. Because I said that exact sentence 3 times already. So just try to ignore it or just try to deal with it. And if you can't, well, there's other people that don't repeat themselves half the time. So go watch them. Like I said, for the 3rd time, that this is just me being able to get my excessive sociability out. And it feels really good to be able to talk, even if no one's listening. I like to pretend people are listening because that kind of what encourages you to talk, honestly. But even if no one is watching any of these videos, I still like the idea of just being able to talk out my ass and you know, satisfy my need to constantly speak. I didn't have much friends when I was growing up, honestly. I didn't find like my real friends until I was 16, 17, and then, like, after that age, I actually started making, like, genuine, legitimate friends, and I understood what it means that when you do have a friend and what they do for you and what you can do for them to show appreciation. So, yeah, all that jazz. And, it's mad nice, gotta say. It's very nice to have friends, you know? And I'm not talking about, like, friends that just, like, that you kind of like speak to every now and again, and then like you don't see them for like a fucking year, you know what I mean, or you don't talk to them for a year. I'm talking like genuine people that you talk to like every day. Like it's like having friends is actually quite genuinely nice. A lot of my friends are digital. In fact, all of them are. My two friends that I made in real life, my most trusted of friends, are now like. Because I had to move away from them, they are now digital friends. But I still consider digital friends a great friend. Because just like, so long as you're interested in my life, man, and you talk to me, I'm very satisfied with that. Like, I couldn't be happier. Like, if I talk to you about my arc, or I talk to you about like shit that I'm doing in my games or whatever, and you genuinely want an interest in it, then that's it. You're my friend. You ask questions, bonus points, you know. But like, it's nice. I probably shouldn't be saying that because there are people out there who genuinely just don't have friends or that they're too shy to talk to people. And I get you, man. I totally get you. So I didn't mean to make you feel like shit for not having friends. I just meant it more in the sense of that, like, when you do get like those trusted people that you can just express yourself to, and that you have no problem like just speaking to, and like you could just tell them a bunch of random dumb shit in an excessive manner that's kind of like an essay of some sort, and they'll still read it. Or even if they only read half of it, if they ask like questions, that's still good enough for me. You know, and that's what I consider a friend, just somebody who wants to listen to you talk, basically. And you know, I guess if I ever get a following doing this kind of thing, then I guess technically speaking, you would all be my friends. But also direct talking to is highly encouraged, though. Timber. I love the domino effect that can happen when it comes to the trees. Makes wood cutting slightly faster. Makes it faster than the fucking elder. Makes it faster than the elder's stupid power. So I hate the Elder's power in this game. I really do. Well, I don't know why I said in this game. I don't think there's anything like that in other games. I don't like the Elder's power in Valheim. I think it's I don't know why I said it like that. I just got the... Whatever. I do not like the Elder's power. And the reason why is because it's just faster wood cutting, which can be useful. But, like I said, the trees dominoing all over the place is infinitely faster. Or like speeds things up better than the power can. I'd rather just have Ichthir on hand and at the ready. Oh no, my hatchet broke. I didn't like that sound. It sounded like there was a growling sound, either that or it was my stomach. You know, when I was looking for the Chinese food place, it turns out that there's not a lot open right now, but it's because it's also like 9 in the morning. It's almost 10 in the morning, actually. They open up at 11, but there were 3 places that don't deliver, but I did find a place that will deliver, but I gotta double check to see if they actually even deliver in this area, because they could be further away and they may not actually deliver. It's also nighttime, so I think it's a good idea to just keep chopping up wood until daytime comes, because it's not exactly going to be all that great to be trying to build a house with all the shit in the dark without having standing torches. And even then, standing torches kind of don't they don't really do a great job in illuminating the place. I mean, they do a great job if you've got multiple, but I actually wouldn't mind there being a better light source. I think the hearth, which is like basically the upgrade of the campfire, the stone hearth does a pretty good job, I think, because it provides way more light and has a much more range for the fire. Oh, that's gonna annoy the fuck out of me. Can't be having that now. Also, if you heard it about roughly 5 minutes ago, that was a kitty making meows. That's right, I have a kitty. I don't know if I ever finished that story in the last video, but I did get a new keen. His name is Shadowmane. I named him after the fishing cats in Ark. They're called Shadowmanes. They're basically a lion-cat hybrid. There you go. I don't know if that's much better, but that is better. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I should probably get a campfire going in here anyway, just to get the rested bonus. I have a mod where I don't have to do that, but I'm going to anyway. There we go. Rest up all nice and easy. We can tell campfire. Who the fuck is giving me problems right now? You're giving me problems, and what sucks is that I don't have food. So I'm probably gonna have to cook some food. Come on. Oh, I can still parry you. You frickin' jackass! All I wanted to do was just sit by the campfire and tell campfire stories, and that shithead ruined it. Sorry, we'll try this again. Shadowmane's got a black coat. Hi! Oh, I wasn't calling you, I was explaining what you look like. He's got a black coat, but he's got, like, quote-unquote rust on his arms, like his underarms, I guess. And a white tuft on his crotch and a white tuft on his chest. Well, no, his crotch has like I don't know if it's a tuft, because a tuft means like a small amount, I think. So he's got a white tuft on his chest, but he's got like a triangle white pattern on his crotch. And he's very sneaky. He's very smart. He's very clever. He knows how to get into the cabinets in the house. He's very smart kin. He knows how to open doors. Well, not open doors, but like he knows how to open cabinets, which are pull. So if there were any pull doors where you didn't have to like pull the lever, if you didn't have to like pull, like basically if you had a door that was just like closed but not closed all the way, he'll know how to open the door. He's a very smart kid. I mean, hell, this cat figured out how to open a cabinet where the treats are, because he's a little rascal, that guy. Yeah, there were times where, like, I'll be playing games for, like, hours, and then, you know, I'll have to go to the bathroom, or I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry, let's see what's there to eat. And I come out, and I see there's a bag of treats on the floor. And I'm like, how did this happen? How did these bag of treats get on the floor? And then they all got teeth marks in them. And I'm like, oh no! He figured out how to get the treats! So to counter this, we actually ended up putting the treats in the upper cabinet. That didn't do shit, because he knows where he knew how to open that cabinet too. He's a very smart mouse, and if he wants something, this mouse is gonna get it. Yeah, I am a cat person, as you could tell. Not that I'm not a dog person. I actually do enjoy the company of dogs very much. My golden mouse was such an incredible experience in being able to bond with this cat the way that I did. And his passing is really fucking hard to deal with because he loved me so much and he loved spending time with me. He wanted to go outside with me and didn't want to go anywhere that was, like, if I was outside with him, he wasn't going anywhere unless I went there. But obviously he would get impatient at some point and would be like, hey, let's go this way. And I'll be like, okay, fine, let's go this way. And then if he sees me coming, he'll actually stop and wait for me to approach the area that he wants to explore. I'm so sad Golden Mouse is gone. That was a relationship with a cat that just... That'll never be replaced. And it just sucks so fucking hard. Yeah, I'm a little sad, as you could tell. But, hold on, the freaking mouse is moving this all over the place. But yeah, as you can tell, I mean, like, it's been almost 2 years. A year? 2 years? No. A year since... Well, no, he died February. Died February... This year. Okay, yeah, so it's been a year and a half since he passed, and... Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get over the fact that he's dead. Like, I mean, like, obviously, like, I'm a lot better now, and thanks, my brother sent me something that really fucking helped with the coping mechanism of it. And, you know, credit to my brother, he really did try his best to sit there and tell me, like, a bunch of shit. Like, he told me, like, a bunch of stuff that was just, like, helping me cope and helping me feel better about his death, and that it wasn't as bad as my brain was making it seem, because, you know, your body does that. Your brain does that sometimes, and, yeah, it's, you know, my brother, honestly, like, if it wasn't for him, that situation would have been so much harder. I probably would have lost a friend or two if my brother wasn't there to, like, console me and, like, let me know that it's okay, and that the way he died was very peaceful and, like, practically no pain. He just fell back asleep and then he went. So that was really nice. That was really nice. It really sucks when things like that happens. It really does, and you just gotta do your best to. You just gotta do your best, man. You gotta do your best to really, like, think about the great memories that you had, and if it gets you a little sad, then that's good, because that means that you and that animal had a great bond, even if just thinking about it made you sad. It really is such a shame, because, like, that's just the personality of that cat will never match any other companion I'll ever have for the rest of my life, not even a dog. So, yeah, it's really sad. I didn't mean to bring everyone down towards the end of this video, but hey, sunrise is in-game. Sunrise in-game is coming, so it's time to get building, so next video. And my mouse isn't where it is, so this is taking longer than it's supposed to. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, almost 30 minutes. Not as bad, not as bad. Alright, next video.